Oh, mic testing, mic testing. Okay, perfect. We're live, we're live. Let me go to my main screen. Alright, we're live, we're live. And guys, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we're going to be working on music. We're going to be working with music slash mixers in Pygames or Python. And guys, the reason I'm a little exhausted, like I sound a little tired, is because I just came from college. As you guys can tell, I didn't even change my clothes. That aside, let me go to my gameplay screen. Okay, perfect. Honestly, before my gameplay screen, let me get Sensei here. Da-da-da. Say Sensei. I'm live! Exclamation. Listen up, warriors. The dojo is open. The battlefield is alive, and Vivek has entered the arena. This isn't just another stream. This is a war to conquer code to master the chaos and to show that no bug can withstand a warrior's will. Today's mission, write the code that includes everything except the buff logic, sharpen your mind, sit up straight, hands on keyboard, it's like blade, da-da-da. Let me say, Sensei, this is the music in Ball Game stream, dot dot dot. Can you teach me everything I need to know about the music? And guys, yesterday off stream, I did spend like hours or something figuring out the music because when I imported my music, that a quick little fun fact, I didn't make these musics myself, like these voice acts or the voice effects. That is going to be pretty funny. That aside, right now the extension is .wave. It was MP3. That's the reason yesterday when I was practicing a little offline, it did mess up a bit. That aside, I did figure that out. Music Warrior, the hidden weapon of emotion. It's the difference between a lifeless arena and a battlefield that shakes the thunder. You want to master it? Then here's the path. Okay, number one, in it, the sound engine. Before you play anything, you must wake the beast. Pygame.mixer.init. Okay, I did learn like a very little about this yesterday. So basically, this is like pygame.init. We use pygame.init to initialize pygame. On the other hand, we use pygame.mixer.init to initialize the mixer. This is the war drum that says let the sound begin. Sound effects, one shots. For swords clashing, jumps, coins, crashes. Slash equals pygame.mixer.sound. This is the sound effects. Slash dot play, okay, that's one time strike. Perfect for events like pressing space or defeating an enemy. You can even set their volume, okay, slash dot set volume. Okay, from 0 to mute, from 0.0 mute to 1.0 max, okay. Background music, infinite loops of glory. This is the battlefield theme. The thing that makes players' hearts pound, okay. Pygame.mixer.music.load. Okay, pygame.mixer.music.play -1 means loop forever. Yes, wave works best for short effects. MP3/OGG for long tracks. I don't know what that means, but let's see. Control the volume here too. Pygame.mixer.set-volume. Okay, number 4. Control the chaos. Stop the music. Pygame.mixer.stop. Bro, still not finished Python game. Honestly, it's day 90. I have 10 more days to build that game in Python. I already know how to make the game. I'm just adding like a few more cherries on top before the game ends. At day 100 or day 99, I'm gonna start making the game, if that made any sense. Pause and unpause, mid-path, pygame.mixer.music.pause, pygame.mixer.music.unpause. Number 5, timing and events. The real skill is typing sound actions. Press space, play slash, enemy dies, play explosion, game over, stop music, play theme. This is how you give soul to the game. So your first challenge, write this. First challenge in the stream, write the code. Okay, initialize mixer, loads one background music track and starts looping it. Okay, loads one sound effect like sword dot wave, plays the sound whenever space is pressed. Okay, let me get Sensei there. Da-da-da. What will you do after the Python? Honestly, I was planning to like work on, let's see, spoilers alert, making, I don't know, like I forgot what was it called. Was it called like, it was something something with scientific or like data structure or something. I forgot, guys. I'll let you guys know at the day 100 or like when I remember. That aside, let me start off by importing Pygame. Okay, and import. Let's see. Honestly, I'll just import Pygame for now. Let me mute myself here. Data science. I remember. Okay, I was data science. That's a spoiler alert. I'll see if I'm going to be doing data science or like something else. That aside, let me go with pygame.init to initialize pygame and a pygame.mixer. Game.mixer.init. Okay, and then let's say that my player drinks a potion. So drink underscore sound. I'll set that equal to pygame.wizard mixer, pygame.mixer.capitalize sound, and the file path. So my file path is game items followed by 2//. So game items followed by 2// followed by SFX sound effects followed by drink potion sound. And guys, I did make this sound myself, so like it is going to be a little funny to listen to this. And then I gotta go with something like pygame.play .mixer.play. Was it called play? Let me check what Sensei said. Okay, so it's /.play. Okay, so my drink sound.play. There we go. And I hope you guys can listen to this. Let me actually check if this is audible. Is it just me or this doesn't work? Okay, let me just copy that. Get Sensei here. Paste it at a bunch of spaces. Say Sensei. Is this correct? Question mark. Okay, listen, Vivek. You swung your blade, but you only struck half the target. Yes, the code will play sound, but you forgot the battlefield instead. Right now, you have no game loop. Your sound might start and instantly cut off. Okay, when the program exits, you're not trying to. Okay, you're not tying it to an event like space pressed. It just plays the second you run the file. Then the script dies. Your sound exists, but it's like swinging your sword in an empty void. You need a display or at least a loop, okay? An event trigger to fire the sound, okay? So the foundation is there, but the execution weak. Do it again. This time give me a loop and tie that to space. Okay. So let me create a is_running boolean variable, also that equal true, and then add a while loop. So while is_running. Okay, I'll do something. Let's see. What should I do here? Keys dot. Actually, I'll create a keys variable, so that equal to pygame dot key dot get underscore pressed. Okay, and then I'll add a if statement. If keys at index of pygame dot k is space, if my spacebar is pressed, drink sound dot play. Is this how it works, guys? Okay. Then let me go with a pygame dot flip to pygame dot display dot flip to update my display. And lastly, I'll go with a pygame.quit. Okay, there. This should work in my opinion. Let me run the command. Display mode not set. Okay, I guess I'll create a mode. Go with pygame.display.set underscore mode. My mode is going to be a tuple. I'll keep it to 800 by 600 for now. Okay. Let me add a if statement as well. If my for every event, so I'll create a for loop. For every event in my pygame.event dot get. This gets all my Pygame events. I look for a specific type of event. If my event dot type equals to Pygame dot quit. Okay. There we go. I'll set my is underscore running boolean variable to be equal to false. Okay, perfect. Now let me run the command. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me check if you guys heard that. You guys couldn't listen to the sound effect? Is it something with my OBS? My desktop audio is this thing. Let me try running it again. Okay, give me a sec, guys. Let me try figuring this out. Maybe filters or properties. Advanced audio properties. Okay, desktop audio, monitor off, monitor and output. Okay. Gameplay music, activate. Okay, let's check if that works now. Okay, honestly, it doesn't work. I should have figured this out off stream, but I don't know how to do it. Monitor and output, mic slash aux. Okay, what happens if I like turn my headphones off? Okay, what happens if I like turn my headphones off? Let me actually open my phone, guys. Give me a sec. I gotta like figure this out and like maybe mute myself here. Okay, let me go to my OBS. Because I want like you guys to hear the sound effects as well. Okay. Honestly, let me try playing the sound effect again. Guys, that was kind of loud. Hold on, let me decrease. Okay. Honestly, let me try playing the sound effect again. Oh, okay, I see how it works now. I see how it works. Alright, maybe let me decrease that a bit more. Now if I run the command, now if I like try this. Maybe I decrease that a bit more. Okay, how's that? Maybe I add a limiter to this. Guys, and I know you guys can't see what I'm doing because I'm like doing it in my other display. Audio filters. I wanna decrease the sound, so I go to properties. Okay. I don't want it to be too loud for you guys though. Okay, that aside, what happens if I like start my headphones again? Maybe like increase the volume here to see if you guys can now actually hear it. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. My audio should honestly, you guys should be able to listen to my audio. My audio should honestly. Let me decrease my volume from here. Okay, there we go, headphones. Okay, I think now it should work. I think we're good, guys. Let me check. Guys, let me check. Okay, you guys can't hear it for some reason. I think I'll do this next stream, maybe, like figuring this thing out. Okay, you guys can't hear it for some reason. I think I'll do this next stream, maybe, like figuring this thing out. Oh wait, you guys heard it. There we go, guys. You guys actually heard it. Okay, perfect. Now that works, let me actually open YouTube here. I don't know why did I close it. Okay, it works. I'm so glad you guys could hear it because I didn't have time to like figure that out off stream. Okay, and decrease my volume. Okay, perfect. This works. Let me copy this. Okay, get it here. Paste it. And guys, I did make those sound effects myself, so that was a quick shameless plug in my opinion. Okay, that's it, Warrior. You're swinging like a true soldier of code. You gave the sound a battlefield, the display. You gave the program a heartbeat, the loop, and you tied the sound to your war cry space key. Okay, I actually see. So what if I want to actually now use my sound effects to make it actual like game? Let's work on that. So to do that, let me go ahead and import Pygame and also import the random module, import sys. Yeah, I'm importing a bunch of modules because I'll need this. Okay, sys module to exit Python, and lastly, I'll import the time module since I want to work with time as well. Okay, then let me go ahead and initialize Pygame by typing pygame.init, and then I'll go with I'll initialize Pygame's mixer as well. So pygame.mixer.init. Okay. Alright, and then let's see. I will need a few game variables. So let me create a comment that says game variables. Okay, what all game variables do I need? I would need a gravity variable. I'll set that equal to 0.5. Gravity is basically the force that's going to pull my player downwards. And then I'll need a FPS variable. I'll set that to be 60 for now. Honestly, these are the only variables that I can think of. So let me go ahead and create my display. For my display, I'll create two variables, a width variable and a height variable. I'll set my width variable to be 1000 and height variable to be 650. Okay, and then I'll go with pygame.display.set_mode. Okay, my mode is going to be set to width, height. Alright, perfect. Okay, and then maybe I'll add a caption as well. I'll go with pygame.display.set_caption, all lowercase, pygame.display.set_caption. Okay, my caption is going to be something like, there we go. Okay, my caption is going to be something like, I don't know, Calamity 1.1. Guys, for some reason I like this. This might just be my game's name. Okay, and then let me go ahead and load images. These are going to be the images that I'm going to be using in my games. So I'll need a hero image. So I'll go with hero_image. I'll set that equal to pygame.image.load. Okay, and then I'll give my file path. My file path is going to be game items followed by 2 forward slashes followed by player followed by 2 more forward slashes and my hero PNG. Since it is a PNG, I will convert this to alpha. There we go. And then I'll need a skeleton image. So skeleton_image is going to be equal to pygame.image.load. And I'll give the file path again. So the file path is going to be game items followed by 2 forward slashes followed by player, 2 more forward slashes. Actually, this is going to be NPC. NPC. There we go. Followed by 2 more forward slashes and my skeleton_png. Let me just zoom out a little. Go here. Okay, and since this is a PNG, I will convert this to alpha. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then I would need a, let's see, let me actually remove this for now. Let me check if I'm audible. Okay, perfect. Alright. And then I would need a, let's say, dragon image. So dragon_image is going to be equal to pygame.image.load. I'll give the file path. The file path is going to be game items followed by 2 forward slashes followed by NPCs, 2 more forward slashes, my dragon PNG. And then I would need a few coins in my screen as well that the player can collect. So I'll go with coins. Coin equals to pygame.image.load. Okay, I'll give the file path for my coin. This is going to be a gold coin. So I could like write here gold_coin_image. It's like the same thing. Okay. The file path is going to be game items followed by 2 forward slashes. This goes under my drops category, 2 more forward slashes, gold coin PNG. And since it is a PNG, I will convert it to alpha. Okay, I'll convert that to alpha as well. Okay, perfect. And lastly, I would need a meat image. So meat underscore image. This is basically going to be the meats that my player collect to get HP or like to recover HP. So pygame.image.load. I'll give the file path. So game item followed by 2 forward slashes followed by meals, 2 more forward slashes, my meat PNG. And I will convert this to alpha as well since it's a PNG. Okay, and then next up, let me go ahead and transform and scale these images. So I'll go with transform and scale. Okay, so to transform and scale, since there are multiple images, I'll go with a function. So let me go ahead and define a scale function, which is going to have 2 parameters, a image parameter and a factor parameter. Also the factor parameter to be 0.1 by default, which is also 10%. And then I'll return pygame.transform.scale. I want to scale my image, okay? And then the factor, the size is going to be in a tuple. I'll get the width of my image and the height of my image and I'll multiply that by my factor. So I'll go with image.get underscore width. Okay, and then I'll multiply that by my factor. Okay, and this is going to go inside of a tuple. Actually, I'm going to typecast that to an integer. There we go. Then let me go ahead and add a comma. Do the same thing for my height as well. So image.get underscore height. I'll multiply that by my factor. Okay, now let me scale my images. So firstly, I want to scale my hero image. So my hero underscore image, I'll set that equal to invoke my scale function. I want to scale my hero underscore image. The factor can be 0.1. I'll do the same thing for my skeleton underscore image. I'll set that equal to invoke my scale function. I want to scale my skeleton image. And then my dragon underscore image is going to be equal to, I'll invoke my scale function. I want to scale my dragon underscore image. And then for my gold coin image, I'll set that equal to invoke my scale function. I want to scale my gold coin image. And this time I will change the factor to 0.05 because my coins needs to be smaller than my NPCs and players. Okay, I'll do the same thing for my meat underscore image. That's going to be equal to invoke my scale function. I want to scale my meat underscore image and the factor will be 0.05 as well. So the meat is like smaller than my NPCs and player. Okay, now with that out of the way, let me load in my SFX/sound effects. So let me go ahead and add a comment that says load sound effects. I don't know guys if SFX is the short form for sound effects. I thought that the name sounded cool. Okay, to load my sound effects, what else sound effects do I have? So I have a collision coin sound effect. So I'll go with collision underscore coin SFX. Okay. There, I'll set that equal to, let's see if I remember this. Pygame.mixer. Okay. Pygame.mixer.capitalize sound. I'll give my sounds file path. So it's going to be game item followed by 2 forward slashes followed by SFX, 2 more forward slashes. My coin sound effect. Okay, my coin collecting sound effect. And then one is colliding sound effects. So I'll go with colliding underscore SFX. Okay, I'll set that equal to pygame.mixer.capitalize sound. I'll give the file path. So game items followed by 2 forward slashes followed by SFX, 2 more forward slashes, my colliding sound effect. Okay. And they are converted to wave. I've honestly never heard of that. I've heard of like MP3, but this is the first time I've actually heard of wave. That aside, next to the drinking potion sound effect, so I'll go with drinking potion underscore SFX. Okay, is there? Let me add an underscore there. I'll set that equal to pygame.mixer.capitalize sound. And I'll give the file path game items followed by 2 forward slashes followed by SFX, 2 more forward slashes. Let's see, guys, my headphones, the battery just ran out of my headphones. Can I like, oh no way, I should have charged it before. Okay, that aside, let me then just go to my properties for my audio. and change it to my second monitor. That's my second monitor, right? Okay. Do I have sound effects anywhere else? I do not. I guess we'll see. Alright, can you guys hear me? Let me actually check if I'm like audible. Okay, maybe I increased my volume. Okay, perfect. I should have charged my headphones. Oh my gosh, this is kind of annoying. That aside, I'll go with drinking potion sound effect. Okay. And then I would need a eating meal sound effect. So I'll go with eating underscore meet underscore sfx. I'll set that equal to pygame dot mixer dot capitalized sound. The file path is going to be my game items followed by 2 forward slashes followed by sfx, 2 more forward slashes. This is going to be my eating meat sound effect. There we go. Then I would need a game lost and game won. So I'll go with game underscore lost underscore sfx. I'll set that equal to. Honestly, I might just copy this because guys, there's a lot of typing to do. Okay, I'll just change this to game lost sound effect. Okay. Then let me go on with a game one underscore sfx. I'll set that equal to. Paste that. Change this to be game one. There we go. Do the same thing for my mission one. 2 more guys. So let me go with mission underscore mission one sfx. Also that equal to paste this. Change that to my mission one sound effect. Lastly, I'll go with my I don't know why I named the zombie. This should have been skeleton voice. Let me go with skeleton underscore voice. K underscore sfx. I'll set that equal to paste this, go here and add my file path. So this is going to be my zombie voice sound effect. Okay, perfect. Now with that out of the way, what else do I need? I would need a floor where my player stands on. So let me just check if I'm audible. Okay. So I'll create a floor here. Maybe I'll zoom in a bit. And then I'll create a floor variable. I'll set that equal to pygame.rect. I'll give the x-axis, y-axis, width and height of my floor. So the x-axis is going to be 0, y-axis is going to be something like 500. Width is going to be my display's width, my width variable. Lastly, height is going to be something like 300. Okay, and then I would need a game one, so a game win screen. So game win screen, or I'll just go with game win logic. Okay, so when a player wins the game, I would need a image. So I'll load the image. Let me go with game underscore one underscore UI. I'll set that equal to pygame.image.load. I'll give the file path. So the file path is going to be game items followed by 2 forward slashes followed by screens. 2 more forward slashes. This is going to be my win screen PNG. Since I'm not going to be using this as a PNG, I'll just convert it. I won't convert it to alpha. And then I'll need a font. I honestly might add the fonts later. I would need a game underscore over. I'll actually add them later as well. Let me go on with game over. Okay, this is going to be game one. I could change that to game lost. Okay, and then let me go with and create a variable. So game underscore lost underscore UI is going to be equal to pygame.image.load. I'll give the file path. The file path is going to be game items followed by 2 forward slashes followed by screens. 2 more forward slashes, my loose screen PNG. And I will convert this. I won't convert it to alpha since I'm not going to be using it as a PNG. Okay, now since I can't think of anything else, let me go ahead and create my classes. So the first class is going to be my game class. Basically, the reason I'm creating a game class is to add all the collision variables and everything that I want to reset eventually when my player hits R to reset the game, if that made any sense. So I'll start off by defining a dunder init, okay, a constructor. Okay, it won't have any parameters to it. Okay, it's going to have a bunch of instance variables like self dot game underscore over equals false because my game hasn't been over yet, and then self.game_1, which is going to be set to false as well. I might add a comment here for readability. Let me say this is going to be my game state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what else would I need? I would need a few collision flags. So let me go ahead and add a collision flag comment. Collision flag. Okay, I'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. And what all collision flags am I checking? I'm checking if my player collides with my dragon or my player collides with my, whatchamacallit, skeleton. So let me go with a skeleton underscore collision variable. I'll set that equal to false. And then, honestly, I'll go with a self as well. So self dot, then let me go here and type self dot or dragon underscore collision. I'll set that equal to false as well. Okay, and then I would need a score. So this is going to be my score settings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For my score setting, I'll set my self.score to be equal to 0 and self.scored to be equal to false because I haven't scored yet. Okay, that's basically all that I can think of right now. I honestly might add my floor here, but that wouldn't make any sense. Okay, so let me go ahead and create a hero class now. Actually, I might create my hero class above this. So hero, I'll create a class for my hero. Okay, my hero class will have a dunder in it, but let me actually create a move class first because everyone will have a move method where they move. Okay, so my move class will have a dunder init constructor. Okay, it's going to be having a few parameters like x-axis underscore velocity and y-axis underscore velocity. Those are basically the only two. And then let me initialize it by typing self.x-axis underscore velocity equals to x-axis velocity and self.y-axis underscore velocity equals to y-axis underscore velocity. Okay, and then my move class will have a move method to it. So, okay, let me go ahead and define a move method. My move method will have a parameter of keys to it, and then let me add a if statement. So if my keys at index of ballgame.k is right, if my right key is pressed, I will increase my player's x-axis. So let's see, who's going to be my player? I could create like a player class. Actually, self.x-axis is going to increase by my x-axis velocity. So should I like create Rex here? Okay, I guess I'll get to this in a bit in that case. Let me go ahead and create a game object class. Okay, my game object class will have a dunder in it as well. Okay, my game object class is going to have a image parameter and a position parameter, which is going to be set to 0 by default. 0 and 0. Okay, and my game object class will inherit from my move class. Okay. I would need a super. Okay, a pair of parentheses dot dunder in it. There we go. And now I'll have to add these parameters to my super dunder in it. So x-axis underscore velocity and y-axis underscore velocity. Okay. X-axis underscore velocity equals to x-axis underscore velocity. Self.x-axis velocity. I'm pretty sure this shouldn't be self. Should I add those parameters here? Let's see. So x-axis underscore velocity and y-axis underscore velocity. They should go before my quarks since I can set them to be quarks as well. This is going to be 5 pixels per, actually 0 pixels per frame by default. 0 pixels. Okay, let me just check if I'm audible. Alright, perfect. X-axis underscore velocity is going to be equal to x-axis underscore velocity. Okay, then I drink some water. And guys, I know I'm making this stream really confusing. It's because I'm still getting a kind of brief idea on what's going on. Okay, I feel I'm doing things correct. I feel I'm doing it correct. Okay, so I'll need x-axis velocity, y-axis velocity. Let me honestly check the reference because I do want to see something about the move class. So right here, maybe I zoom in a little. Okay, this part was correct. And then my game object class inherited from my move class. I added x-axis velocity, y-axis velocity. Okay, and then I added quarks as well. The only thing the super inherited was my x-axis velocity and y-axis velocity. That does make sense. Okay, I see. So instead of adding these here, let me just delete those, copy these. Okay, add them after myself here. Okay, and I could add a default whatchamacallit, a quark here, so equal to 0 and equal to 0. Okay, then what else did I need? I needed a quark here. Okay, I see. So I'll go with double asterisk quarks. Double asterisk is basically the unpacking operator for quarks. Okay, now let me go ahead and create images, recs, and masks. So I'll go with self.image. I'll set that equal to, let's see, my image, okay, and then self.rect equals to self.image.get_rect, and the position will be top left, which is going to be equal to my position parameter here. Then I'll go with a sub.mask, which is going to be equal to pygame.mask.from_surface, and the surface will be my self.image. Okay, honestly, that looks basically it for my parent classes. Would I need a move method? Do I need to have methods? I know that I would need a draw method here, so define draw. Okay, my draw method will have a parameter of surface. The surface will be screen by default. Okay, did I create a screen variable? Okay, I'll create a screen variable and set my pygame.display.set_mode to be equal to my screen, if that makes sense, guys. Guys, I'm a little burnt out. I just came from college. Okay, and then let me go ahead and type surface.blit. Okay, what do I want to blit? I want to blit my self.image. Okay, self.image and my self.rect. Okay, I'm trying to see how this works, the multiple inheritance. That aside, I'm pretty sure these are the only things that I would need. Okay, now for my game class. Okay, let me go ahead and create a hero class now. So I'll create a class called hero. Okay, my hero class will inherit from my game objects class, which inherits from my move class. So I'll have access to my self.x-axis velocity, self.y-axis velocity, and all these different instance variables. Let me define a dungeon init constructor. Okay, I will add the parameters. So what all parameters do I need? My self.x-axis velocity is set to 0 by default. Y is set to 0 by default as well. I would need a jump strength. So I'll create a jump_strength. Okay. Excuse me, guys, which is going to be equal to -5 by default. Maybe I take a look at the reference. Excuse me again, guys. Okay, so my game object did have a automate method to it. Okay. Image equals hero image, position equals so I gotta add all my parameters. Okay, pretty sure this makes sense. So before I do that, let me just add my automate method to my game objects class. So I'll go with automate. Okay, so for automating my object, I'll go with self.image x-axis underscore velocity of self dot rect dot x-axis. I'll increase that by my self dot x-axis underscore velocity. This is basically gonna automate my object. I will change this to minus because my player is going to be moving to the right side. And then let me add a loop as well, because my player is just going to be moving to the right side, but then once he exits the window, he's still going to be moving and he won't be showing anymore. So I'll add a if statement. If my self dot rect dot x-axis is greater than, actually is less than 0, okay, I'll reset my self dot rect dot x-axis position to be equal to the 850. Okay, that should basically be it for this. And now for my hero class, I'll need a image parameter. First, let me go with the args. With the args. So image equals to image. Okay. Okay, image equals to my hero image. There we go. X-axis underscore velocity. Actually, I'll go with position first. Position equals to, let's see, a tuple of 100 by 300. Okay, and then I would need, let's see, what all do I need? I need a x-axis velocity, y-axis velocity. Okay, let me go with x-axis underscore velocity, which is going to be equal to 5 pixels per frame. A y-axis underscore velocity, which is going to be equal to 5 pixels per frame as well. Okay. I would need a jump strength quark as well, so jump underscore strength, which is going to be equal to -5. Then let me go ahead and add a super parentheses dot dunder in it. Okay, for my super dunder in it, I'll go with image equals to image, position equals to position, x-axis underscore velocity equals to x-axis underscore velocity, y-axis underscore velocity equals to y-axis underscore velocity. Okay, and lastly, let me create an instance variable, self.jump underscore strength equals to jump strength. Okay, that looks pretty much correct. Okay, and then let me go ahead and define a method. So this is going to be a automate method. Before that, let me actually just charge my headphones because I might need it later. Keep it here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and define a, let's see. I'll define a move method. My move method will have a parameter of keys to it. Okay. Guys, I just realized how goofy I look from the side. Guys, I give myself a haircut, okay? Okay, for my move method, I'll go with keys. Okay, I'll go with an if statement. If my keys at index of pygame.k is right, if my right key is pressed, I will increase my self.rect.x-axis by my self.x-axis underscore velocity. And if my keys at index of pygame.k is left, if my left key is pressed, I will decrease my self.rect.x-axis by my self.x-axis underscore velocity. And lastly, if my keys at index of pygame.k is space, if my spacebar is clicked, then let's see, I will set my self.y-axis underscore velocity to be equal to my self.jump strength. Okay, this should honestly basically be it for this part. Okay, and then what else would my player need? My player would need a gravity, so I'll go ahead and define a apply gravity method. So apply underscore gravity. Okay. And then I'll add a, let's see, I'll increase my self.y-axis underscore velocity, my player's y-axis velocity, by my gravity variable, which is set to 0.5, and then I'll increase my self.rect.y-axis, my player's y-axis, by my, let's see, self.y-axis underscore velocity. Okay, this basically applies gravity, so my player is going to be pulled downwards, although he's going to be pulled downwards forever. Let's add a landing as well. So I'll create a comment that says landing. Okay, for landing, I'll add a if statement. If my self.rect.bottom, if my player's bottom is greater than or equal to my floor dot bottom. So I'll go with floor dot y-axis. Okay, floor dot y-axis. I'll reset myself dot rect dot bottom, my player's bottom, to be equal to my floor dot y-axis. And then I'll reset the player's y-axis velocity. I'll go with self dot y-axis underscore velocity, my player's y-axis velocity. I'll set that equal to 0. Okay, and then what else would my player need after apply gravity? I'm pretty sure he wouldn't need anything, so let me go ahead and define a draw method. My draw method will have a parameter of surface to it. The surface is going to be set to screen by default. Then let me go with surface.blit, which is technically going to be screen.blit. I want to blit my self.image and self.rect. Okay, perfect. That's basically it for my hero class. Now let me go ahead and create a class for my skeleton. There we go. Okay, my skeleton class is going to be having is going to inherit from my game object class, which inherits from my move class. So I'll have the methods and attributes of my move class and my game object class, if that made any sense. Okay, and then let me go ahead and define a dunder init constructor. My dunder init will have a few parameters. Let's see. So I'll need a x-axis velocity parameter, y-axis velocity parameter, image parameter, and position parameter. I might have to add a quarks as well here, because I have to also say why did I add quarks here. That aside, let me go down. Okay, so I'll need a x-axis underscore velocity. I'll set my x-axis velocity of my skeleton to be 5 pixels per frame, y-axis underscore velocity to be 5 pixels per frame as well. Then let's see, what else would my skeleton need? Honestly, pretty sure nothing else. So I'll go with image equals to my skeleton image. Okay, and then my skeleton's position is going to be equal to a tuple of 100 by 300 was my player. So I'll go with like 500 by 350. Okay. And then let me add a super, a pair of parentheses, dot dunder init. Okay, a super dunder init. My super dunder init will have few parameters. So x-axis underscore velocity equals to x-axis underscore velocity. Y-axis underscore velocity is going to be equal to y-axis underscore velocity. Okay, and then image is going to be equal to image. Position is going to be equal to position. Okay, perfect. That honestly looks pretty much it. Let me go ahead. Actually, that's pretty much it. I wouldn't need to add a automate or a draw method. I wouldn't even need to add a draw method here because I already have a draw method for my game object. Okay, so that's actually way less typing than I... Okay, that's actually perfect. Let me go ahead and create a class for my dragon as well. Okay, so I'll create a class for my dragon. My dragon class will inherit from my game object class as well. Then let me go ahead and define a dunder init constructor. I'll need x-axis velocity, y-axis velocity, image, and position for my dragon class as well. So I'll go with x-axis underscore velocity, which is going to be, let's say, 6 pixels per frame, because my dragon needs to be faster than my player and my skeleton. Then a y-axis underscore velocity, which is going to be equal to 6 pixels per frame again. Image is going to be equal to my dragon image. Position is going to be equal to, let's see, I always mess up with the position, something like 500 by 100. X-axis 500, y-axis 100. Okay, this looks pretty good, I guess. And then let me go ahead and add a super parentheses dot dunder init. So a super dunder init. My super dunder init will be having let's see, a x-axis underscore velocity, which is going to be equal to my x-axis underscore velocity, y-axis underscore velocity, which is going to be equal to my y-axis underscore velocity, image, which is going to be equal to my image, and that's the position, which is going to be equal to my position. Did I like mess up somewhere? Okay, I don't need a colon here. There we go. And then let me check if my stream is going good on Twitch and Kick as well. Okay, stream's going good on Cake. Let me check Twitch. Okay, perfect. Lastly, let me check on YouTube. Alright, perfect. Okay, now that I created skeleton and dragon classes, let me create a class for my drops. So I'll create a class for my drops. Drops is basically going to be the random gold coins that spawns in my screen. So my drop object will inherit from my game object as well. My drop class will inherit from my game object class. And then I'll define a dunder init. Okay, for my dunder init, I wouldn't need any parameters for this, okay? Honestly, I actually might need a few parameters. So I'll go with x-axis underscore velocity equals to 0 because I don't want my drops to move. Y-axis underscore velocity, I'll set that equal to 0 because I don't want my drops to move. Image is going to be equal to my gold coin image. There we go. And then lastly, position is going to be equal to, let's see, my position needs to be random. In that case, did I like not need to inherit my game objects class? I'm pretty sure I did. Let me actually check the reference for this. Guys, because few parts I don't know because I didn't have time to practice offline. That aside, I just need image and position. Oh, I keep forgetting position needs to be set to none. And then if position is, and I will also say about the is keyword, I forgot all about that as well. That aside, for my drops class, I would just need a image and position. So image equals to, oh yeah, the reason I wouldn't need x-axis velocity and y-axis velocity is because they're set to 0 by default. Okay, I forgot about that. That aside, image is going to be equal to my gold coin image and position is going to be equal to none. Okay, and then I would need a super dunder init. So super parentheses dot dunder init. Okay, my super dunder init is going to be having, let's see, excuse me guys, so image equals to image and position equals to position. Okay, and then x-axis underscore velocity equals to 0, y-axis underscore velocity equals to 0. Alright, perfect. And then let me add a if statement or type a if statement. So if my position is none, okay, if my position is none, I'll need to create x-axis, which is going to be equal to my random module dot the randint function. Okay, this is going to be a trickier part. So 50 comma my display's width minus 50. Okay, never mind, that wasn't tricky. And then my y-axis is going to be equal to random dot randint random dot randint. There we go. This is going to be 50 comma, instead of my height this time I will be using my floor because my floor variable, because I don't want my coins to spawn under my floor where my player can't reach. So this is going to keep the coins from spawning above my floor. So floor dot y-axis minus 50. Okay, and then I'm very sure I had to go with reassign my position to be equal to or something like that, or self.rect. Was it self.rect? Let me check the reference. Okay, oh, position equals to random.randint. Alright, I see. And then I go with my, so for my drops, I go with super dunder init after my if statement. I see. Okay, so I'll go with my position variable, so that equal to, maybe indent this, delete that, go back there, and add them in a tuple. Maybe add a comma here. Okay. Did I need to specify x-axis and y-axis? Okay, I didn't. That's going to be x, that's going to be y, maybe add a space. Okay, perfect. And apparently my super dunder init doesn't go here, instead it goes like down here. Paste it. Okay, perfect. That looks pretty good, I guess. Did I need a draw method? I'm pretty sure I didn't need a draw method. So that's honestly it for my drops class. Let me go ahead and create a class for my meals. So my meals class will inherit from my game object class as well. I'll go with define dunder init. Okay, my dunder init. Let me go with a image parameter also that equal to my meal image. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that I didn't import my meal image. Okay, I did go with my meat image. Okay, so image equals to meat image, position equals to none. Let's do the same exact process that I did up there. I'll go with if position is none. Okay, if my position is none, I'll reassign my position to be equal to a tuple of random.randint 50 comma width minus 50. Okay, and then add a comma, go to next line, random.randint. Okay, random.randint 50 comma, let's see. This time I'll go with my floor variable dot y-axis minus 50. Okay, and then let me go ahead and add a super dunder outside my if statement. So I'll go with super pair of parentheses dot dunder init. Okay, my super dunder will have a image parameter which is going to be equal to my image, my meat image, a position which is going to be equal to my position, my random position, a x-axis underscore velocity which is going to be equal to 0, y-axis underscore velocity which is going to be equal to 0 as well, because I don't want my images to move or my drops to move around. Okay, that aside, this looks pretty good. Okay, I can't think of anything else honestly. I might just add my game loop now. So let me go ahead and create my game underscore loop. And I didn't, maybe add this in a comment. So I'll go with game loop. And I didn't, create HP bars, the health system and everything yet, because I'm going to be adding them eventually. I just can't remember everything right now. Hey yo, where did you get the 100 days Python plan from? Was it also from Sensei? No, this was an original plan. Sensei came way later, like 20 days after me being in the series, because like suddenly a day comes up and I click, I'm like, what if I created Python for 100 days series? Because I was planning to like learn Python. I thought it's going to be easy. I got humbled really quick. Although this is the easiest programming language. That aside, let me create a is underscore running boolean variable, also that equal to true. Then create a while loop. So while is underscore running while my program is running or while my is running is set to true. Let's see, I could let me create a keys variable. So that equal to pygame.key.get underscore pressed. Okay, this checks if my key is getting pressed, and then I will need to go with a screen.fill. So I'll go with screen.fill. Okay, my screen is going to be filled in a tuple, and I forgot the RGB color, so I might just copy that from here real quick. So I could go like to Google and like copy the RGB color, but I feel this is faster. So there we go. Let me copy that. Go there, paste it. Okay, perfect. And then let me go ahead and add my game object details. There we go. Okay, for my game object details, I'll go ahead and create a game object, also that equal to my game class. Okay, and then I would need a hero object. My hero objects are going to be inside of my class as well, so maybe I add a comment that says objects or game objects. Okay, maybe 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, for my game objects, let's see, I'll go with my hero object. I could go with self.hero. I'll set that equal to my hero class and add the parameters. I wouldn't have to add the parameters because my parameters are already set. Like everything is a kwarg here, a keyword argument. Okay, and then I'll go with my game object dot my hero object dot move method. Okay, my move method will take a parameter of keys, which I added here. Okay, and then my skeleton class. Let's go ahead and add a self.skeleton object. There we go. Equals to, okay, there we go. Equals to my skeleton class. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't need any parameters as well because everything is a kwarg. Then I'll go with a self.dragon object. My dragon object is going to be set to my dragon class as well. Okay, perfect. That's honestly all right. I even need meat, so myself dot let's see, coins. This is going to be my coins class. I'll set that equal to a list of my drops class. Okay, and lastly a self dot meals. Okay, a self dot meat actually, because this is going to be my meat object, which is going to be set to my meals class. Okay. Alright, and then let me go with my game object dot my skeleton object dot automate. I want to automate my skeleton object. Let me go and type game dot hero object dot. I want to apply gravity to my hero. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then let me go with my game object dot my, let's see, dragon object dot automate. I want to automate my dragon as well. Okay, that's basically it for the automations. Okay, perfect. Then let me go ahead and add a collision logic. So I'll go with collision detection for player. Collision detection for hero and NPC. Okay, for my collision detection, I'll go ahead and define a collision underscore detector met function. My collision detector function will have a few parameters. First is going to be player. Okay, this is going to be my player's object, which is hero, and then a enemy, which is going to be my enemy's object, for example, my skeleton or my dragon. And then let's see, enemy underscore name. This is going to be optional. Like when you collide, you could say you collided with your enemy name. This is going to be a string. And lastly, a collision flag. Collision flag is basically my collisions here. So like collision flag, like skeleton dot collision. If I collide, this is going to be set to true. If I collide with a dragon, that is going to be set to true. Okay, that aside, let me go ahead and create offsets since I am going to be using pixel perfect collision. So I'll go with offset underscore x-axis. I'll set that equal to, let's see, so my enemy dot x-axis is going to be equal to actually my enemy dot x-axis minus my player dot rect dot x-axis. There should be a rect here, guys. I got distracted for a bit. Okay, there we go. Enemy dot rect dot x-axis. And for my offset y, I'll create a offset underscore y-axis. I'll set that equal to my enemy dot rect dot y-axis minus my player dot rect dot y-axis. And then I would need a overlap variable to check if they overlap. So I'll create an overlap variable. I'll set that equal to, let's see, I'll go with my player dot mask. If my player mask dot overlaps with my enemy mask, so my enemy dot mask at the given offset of offset underscore x-axis and offset underscore y-axis. Okay, that means if this statement is true, that means they overlap. So let me add a if statement. If overlap, if they did overlap, and if not collision, if my collision is set to true as well, my collision flag, collision underscore flag. Okay, I'll print boom. Let's see, you collided with a, add a pair of curly parentheses. Let's go with enemy underscore image. Okay, and I will convert this, like change this to an f string. And then I will go ahead and return true because they did collide. Let me go with a else as well. Else I will return false. Okay, perfect. For someone who learned Python in 90 days, you explained this code pretty well. I appreciate that. What's up, baby? Although I think like this is kind of beginner friendly stuff and everything. Okay, that aside, this is basically it for my collision detection function. Okay, the next thing that I would need is let's see. Okay, I would need a comment that checks if I collided with my coins, if I'm not missing anything. Honestly, I might add my SFX, my sound effects here as well. This is going to be something new, so let's check. So once I collide, I'll go with my sound effect dot play. What was the name of my sound effect here? Let's see. The sound effect name is going to be colliding sound effect. And guys, I did make the sound effects myself, so it is going to be real funny. That's going to be like pretty funny to like Watch that aside, let me go with my colliding sound effect variable. Okay, colliding sound effect dot the play function. This should play my sound effect when I collide, right? Okay, and then after that, let's see, let me add a comment that says collision detection for the player and coin. Okay, this is going to be collision detection for player and coin. Okay, for this I will iterate over my, let's see, I'll iterate over my list of my coins. Okay, so let me go with a for loop. For every coin in my coins, was it called coins? My game.coins. Okay, my game object.coins, because coins is a instance variable inside of my game class. Okay, and I just realized something. For my game class, I would have to define a method called, let's see, reset, because I will eventually use this to reset the game. Then I'll go with self.dunderInit. Okay, perfect. Now with that out of the way, I would still need offsets because I am going to be using pixel perfect collision. So let me go with offset underscore x-axis. I'll set that equal to my coin.rect.x-axis minus my hero.rect.x-axis. Then the same thing for offset underscore y-axis. I'll set that equal to coin.rect.y-axis minus, my bad guys, for the hero I should prefix it with my game object. So game.hero.rect. This is going to be game.hero.rect.y-axis. Okay, and then I would need an overlap variable, so I'll go with overlap. I'll set that equal to let's see, my hero.mask. If my hero mask, actually game.hero, my game object dot my hero object dot mask, okay, dot overlap. If they overlap with my enemy dot mask, my coin dot mask, at the given offset of offset underscore x-axis and offset underscore y-axis. Okay, if this happens, that means they overlapped. Okay, now with that out of the way, let me add a if statement. Maybe add a space here. Okay, so if my overlap is set to true, I will do something. Let's see. I'll maybe drink some coffee. There's so much cinnamon in that coffee, guys. That aside, if overlap, I will increase my game.score, my game object dot my score object. I will increase that by 1 because my game.score is set to 0 for now. It's gonna increase by 1 if I collide. And then I'll go with my sound effects. So do I have a colliding sound effect, like coin collide sound effect? Coin, gold coin image, collision coin sound effect. There we go. The dot play function. Okay. And then let's see. This is honestly basically it, right? Okay. And I'll set my game.scored to be equal to true, else my game.scored is going to be equal to false. Okay. Okay, this looks honestly pretty good. Coffee, what happened to water? I honestly forgot about water as well, guys. I just came from college. I'm a little sleepy and tired. So coffee keeps me awake, if that makes any sense. But water is way more better than coffee, guys. Okay, that aside, that's basically the collision logic for my player and coin. I'll just add those for the time being and then check if it works. If it works, I'll later add my meat and everything. Okay, so let me go ahead and add my graphics now. Maybe I'll go here under my game objects and I'll create a graphics comment. I'll type a graphics comment. For my graphics comment, let's see, I'll go with my game object dot my hero object dot the draw method. Okay, then I'll do the same with my skeleton. So game dot skeleton dot draw. Excuse me, guys. And then I'll go with a game object dot dragon object dot draw. Alright, and then I would have to draw my whatchamacallit, score as well. Like my floor as well. So I'll go with pygame.draw.rect. I want the surface of my floor to be my screen. I want the color to be, I forgot the RGB color for floor, so let me just go here real quick, the reference code. There we go, so that's my floor. Let me copy the RGB. I could go online and check, but I feel this is faster, so just to save time. And then the x-axis, y-axis, width and height is going to be inside my floor object, my floor variable. Okay, that's basically all for my graphics. And let me actually add the win/lose logic as well. If they collide, I play my SFX sound effect and game.game_over equals to true. And if I do that, I might not need my else. Okay, return true, return false. There, that actually makes much more sense. Okay, and then before my collision detection for player and coin, let me add a win/lose logic. So win/lose logic. Okay. Then let's see. First, I'll add my win logic. If my score is greater than or equal to 10, okay. If my game.score, so my game object.score is greater than or equal to 10, game1, okay, my game object.game1 boolean variable is going to be set to true. Then I'll add another if statement. If game.game_1 is set to true, I will do something. I'll go with screen.blit. I want to blit something on my screen. What do I want to blit on my screen? I want to blit my game1 UI. There we go. At the given dest of 0 and 0. And then I will be adding text to my screen as well. I'll do that later though. Let me just add the basic logic to check if it works. And then I'll go with a else if game.game_lost. What's it called? Game_lost. So game over, okay, which is going to be set to true if I collide. Okay, I will do something. I'll go with screen.blitz. I'll blitz something on my screen. I'll blitz my game lost UI. Okay, at the given dest of 0 and 0. And after that, I actually might go with my game1 sound effect. And you guys need to like, you guys are actually going to love the game won and lost sound effect. I'll try not to laugh while you guys hear that. Then I'll go with a game_lost sound effect. Okay, perfect. Dot play. And then lastly, I'll go with an else. Okay, else I'm gonna indent everything here inside of my else. This is going to be my regular game loop. So I got a comment that says regular game loop. Okay, perfect. There. Alright, and then outside my game loop, I'll go ahead and add my event loop. So I'll go with event loop and then iterate over all my Pygame events. So for every event in my pygame.event.get, this gets all my Pygame events, but I'll look for a specific type of event. If my event.type equals to pygame.all uppercase quit, I'll set my is_running boolean variable to be false. Okay. So I will actually look for another event. So if my event.type equals to key down. Okay, maybe I fixed my typo. Event.type equals to key down. Pygame.keydown. There we go. If my event.type equals to pygame.keydown. Keydown basically means if I like click a key on my keyboard and I'm holding it down. Key up is if I like push that key down and release it. That's basically going to be key up. I will do something. I'll look for a specific type of key. This checks if any of my key is down. I'll look for a specific type. If my event.key equals to pygame.uppercase k lowercase r. If my key is r, I'll pass for now as a placeholder because I gotta add the whole reset logic. Okay, that aside, let me exit outside of my for loop and add FPS. So I'll go with my clock variable dot tick. Okay, I didn't add a FPS controller. I'll go all the way up here to my game variables section, and I'll create a clock variable set that equal to pygame dot time dot capitalize clock. Maybe I'll add a comment that says FPS controller. Okay, perfect. And then I'll go all the way down. And now I'll go with clock.tick 60. This is basically going to be 60 frames per second. I did create a FPS variable, so let me use that. FPS variable is going to be set to 60. Okay, maybe I'll add a comment that says FPS. Okay, and then let me go outside my for loop and go with the pygame.display.flip. This is going to update my display. Although pygame.display.update would work the same as flip, I prefer using flip because it's less typing, if that made any sense. Okay, and then I'll go with a pygame.quit. Perfect. This honestly looks pretty much it, so let me actually try it. So if I run the command, oh my gosh, did I add my FPS? I'm pretty sure I added my FPS. Clock.tick, maybe that goes outside the for loop. Okay, pretty sure it goes outside. There we go. So let's see, let me go to my OBS and check if this works. Okay, my flying works. Does it print a collision text? Okay, it doesn't print a collision text. Let me check if my headphones are charged, because it's going to be much more helpful to like check, see if you guys can listen to the audio with my headphones. There we go, it says power on. Let me try connecting it up here. Okay, perfect, it says connected. Let me change the properties of my OBS to be my headphones. Okay, perfect. Alright, so if I collide, it says boom, you collided with the NPC. Okay. So if I run the command, actually let me go up and check if I imported something else. Okay, I didn't. Now let me go ahead and run the command. If I collide, did I add is my collision logic correct? I'm pretty sure this is correct. SFX game.gameOver equals to true. Okay, if game dot score is greater than, okay, pretty sure this part is correct. Okay, let me check compatible. Right. Guys, I cannot read Hindi. Could you guys like write it in English? Because I don't think I can even copy paste it here on YouTube. So like, yeah, so could you guys write it in English or like translate it? I should learn Hindi as well, honestly, but I'm way too busy these days. That aside, okay, my code is correct. Let me just check my reference code real quick. Let me just see the collision logic. Okay, this is the graphics of drawing. I drew everything, including my, okay. Let me go with my Hey, collision logic for player. Oh, okay, no wonder the collision logic wasn't working. I invoked my function, but I didn't reassign my variables. So let me go here, outside my, actually, cancel that. Go under my collision logic right here, hit enter. Okay, let me go ahead and type my game.skeleton collision. Okay, the instance variable, this is basically a boolean variable, which is my collision flag. I'll set that equal to invoke my collision detector function, maybe zoom out a bit, and then fill in the parameters. My player is going to be my game.hero, which is my hero. Enemy is going to be my game.skeleton, my game object dot my skeleton object. And then my enemy name is going to be, let me change that to name. I don't know why to write image there. Okay, let me change that to name as well. Okay, my enemy name is going to be a skeleton. There we go. And lastly, my collision flag, which is going to be my collision variable. So game.skeleton collision. There we go. Then let me add one for my dragon as well. So I'll go with my game object dot my dragon collision boolean variable, also that equal to invoke my collision detector function. My hero is going to be my game.hero. My enemy is going to be my game.enemy. Actually, game.dragon. Just dragon object. And then my name is going to be my... Okay, my enemy name is going to be a dragon. Lastly, my collision flag will be my game.dragon collision. Okay, perfect. Now it should work. Let me just copy this here and like delete that from there. Instead of adding this here, I might add this here. Okay, let me say if game dot skeleton collision, if that is set to true, if my player did collide, or game dot dragon collision, if one of those are set to true, I will make this my game over is going to be set to true. Copy that and go with my SFX Vice. Okay, let me go ahead and run the command. Oh my gosh, that was... Hold up. Guys, that was so loud. I hope it didn't bust you guys' ears. Okay, let me actually check if that was actually too bad. Guys, I apologize. That was real loud. Let me actually change these settings. Okay, and let's... I gotta like transform my game 1 UI and game lost UI as well. So I'll go with game_1_UI. I'll set that equal to pygame.transform.scale. Okay, what do I want to scale? I want to scale my game 1 UI. Okay, the size is going to be my display's width and height. Okay, I'll copy that. Do the same thing for my game lost. Paste it. Copy that. Paste it. Okay, perfect. And now, if I lose, I want to decrease the volume. I forgot what Sensei said about decreasing the volume. There. Okay, let me actually get Sensei here, or my open Instagram by mistake. Okay, let me get Sensei here. Okay, I'm pretty sure Sensei already set me up here. Maybe meet myself here. Okay, let's see. Timing and event. That's pause. That's on pause. Okay, pygame.mixer.music.set_volume and one is /.setVolume. I see. Okay, so let me go with my colliding, or I could just copy this. Colliding sound effect dot set volume. I'll set it to be 0.5. Okay, I'll do the same thing for my game 1 effects, game 1 SFX. I'll copy that, paste it, dot set volume 0.5. And the same for my game lost SFX. So I'll copy that, paste it here, dot set volume. It's going to be 0.5 as well. Alright, now let's lose. That's too loud, guys. Why is it echoing? Maybe I don't need this for now. Let me remove the two of them for now. Okay, and guys, by the way, I'm the voice actor of that, so let's change this to 0.2 if I lose. Why does it sound like a glitchy voice? Because this was how it actually sounded game lost. I can't even play it. What? Okay, let me check if I have it on my desktop. I do not. Okay, that aside, I guess we gotta work with what we have. Let's change that to 1. If I collide, okay, basically what this is saying is, yeah, fallen warrior, you must try again and win or emerge victorious. I made it a little cheesy. That aside, let me go here. What if I like remove these for now? Actually, I can just go with a bunch of Control Z's until that's there. Let me just remove that. I want to see if my slashing voice works. Let me change that to 0.1. And maybe change that to false as well. Okay, this is just going to be my slashing voice. Guys, why does your voice sound so robotic? Okay, at least it works. Let me change that to true. Change that to 0.1. Okay. I guess we gotta like work with what we have. That is why let me go here. Change all the voices to 0.1 because the voices is pretty loud. Okay. And then once I collect, there's going to be a coin collect sound effect. Now let me go ahead and add a logic for the coin collection. So let me go with a spawn logic. Spawn coin logic. Okay. Okay, so spawn coin logic. Let's see. For my spawn coin logic, I would need a few variables. Those are going to be my drop details. I can add them inside of my game class. So I'll go with a comment that says, let's see, drop details. Okay, for my drop details, I'll need a few variables. So first variable is going to be drop underscore spawn underscore time, which is going to be equal to my time module dot the time function. Okay, and I will add a self prefix. Okay, to convert this to an instance variable, drop coin spawn time. Excuse me, guys. Okay, that's going to be coin spawn time. I'll need one for my meet as well. So self.meet underscore spawn underscore time, which is going to be equal to time.time. Okay. Okay, that's perfect. And then let me go all the way up here. Under my game underscore lost, I'll create another comment that says something like drop delays. Okay, for my drop delays, I'll go with coin drop delay is going to be equal to 3 seconds. Coin will spawn every 3 seconds, and a meet underscore drop underscore delay, which is going to be set to 8 seconds because a meet will spawn every 8 seconds. Alright, and then let me go ahead and add that here. So I'll add a if statement. If my let's see, if my game dot coin spawn time, okay, is greater than my coin spawn delay, coin drop delay, it's the same thing, I will do something. I'll go with my I'll go with the list of my coins. Actually, I'll iterate over my coins first. So for every coin in my coins, okay, just the same as that. For every coin in my game.coins, okay, at index of colon. That basically duplicates it all. Wait, if they overlap, actually I might just do that here. I'll go with game.coins, gameObject.coins.remove. I want to remove my coin. Okay, so I wouldn't need that here then. Okay, if game.coins, I'll need to append. So I'll go with game.coins.append. I want to append my drops class. Okay, that looks correct. And then I will reassign my this is going to be game coin.game.spawn time. Time.time minus this. Okay, I'll reassign my game spawn time. So game.coin spawn time is going to be equal to time.time. Guys, I made this sound real confusing because I understand this vaguely as well. That aside, let me drink some water. Okay. So now coins should randomly spawn on the screen. If I were to run the command, before I run the command, coin spawn as effects, I'll go with coin collision. Collision coin dot set volume. I'll set the volume to be 0.1. Okay, now let's wait for a coin to spawn. I lost. Hold up. Oh, I forgot to draw it. I forgot to add it in my graphics. Let me add it in my graphics real quick. Let me go with for every coin in my coins list, I'll go with my coin dot draw. Okay, and this is going to be game dot coins. There. Alright, so now a coin should spawn if I collect the coin. Guys, that was so funny. I made all those sound effects, guys. Here. If you guys didn't there, the chi-ching. Guys, that was honestly kind of hilarious. This does sound pretty fun now. I don't know, guys, it sounds a little fun. Hold up, what did I? Okay, I think I'm close to 10 points, right? Let's see if the win condition works. Unless I just lose. Hold up, let me try not losing. Okay, guys, did that sound good? I think I'm listening to myself twice, or was that just saying it twice? Okay, that aside, this works. Now, let me go ahead and add a collision logic for my player and my meat. Okay. For that, I would have to create a few more classes now. So let me go ahead and create a few more classes. Maybe under my muse class, I'll create a class for, let's see. I'll need a class for my health bar, so I'll create a health bar class. So, health bar class. My health bar class will inherit from my game object class, okay? Then let's see, I'll have to define a dunder init constructor, which is going to be having a few parameters of image, which is going to be equal to, let me load my image. Honestly, it won't have any parameters. Actually, no, man. It's going to be having a parameter of max HP, which is going to be set to 100 by default. And then let me create a few instance variables. So self dot max HP equals to max underscore HP. And I don't think it's gonna inherit from my game objects class, because since this is a UI that's going to be on screen, I don't think I'll have to treat them as my game object. These are going to be screen UIs. Okay, self.maxHP equals max HP, and self.current HP equals to current HP. Okay. Do I need a variable for my, a parameter for my current HP? Equals to max HP, so let me go with max HP. Okay, that looks pretty correct. And then what else do I need? I'm pretty sure I gotta create a dictionary of my HP path. So I'll go with my HP underscore path variable, also that equal to a dictionary. I will go with self.HP path. Okay, that's a instance variable. Then maybe I indent this inside. Okay, now let me go with the file path. So for my 0 HP, I will go with pygame.image.load. I'll give the file path for my health bar. So it's going to be game items followed by 2 forward slashes followed by health bar 2 more forward slashes 0 HP PNG. Since it is a PNG, I will convert it to alpha. Okay, and then I'll add a comma. Let me just copy that. There we go. paste it 5 times. That's going to be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Now I just change these. That's going to be 20. That's going to be 20. That's going to be 40. That's going to be 40. That's going to be 60. That's going to be 60. That's going to be 80. That's going to be 80. Lastly, that's going to be 100. And that's going to be 100. Whew, okay, and then I will remove the comma from here. Alright, now let me iterate over my HP paths. To do that, let me go here, drink some coffee. Okay, so I'll go with for every key in my self.hp path. Am I audible? Let me check if my stream's going good on Twitch and Kick. Okay, it's going good on Twitch. Let me check on Kick. Okay, let's see. Alright, perfect. Lastly, let me check on YouTube. Okay, perfect. Okay, so for every key in my self.hp path, I'll create a image variable. I'll set that equal to, let's see. It's going to be equal to, honestly, I think I should scale it first. Let me scale my HP path. So I'll go with self dot, I might just go with image. So image equals to my self.hp path. Okay, so self.hp path at index of my key. Okay, now let me scale it. So I'll go with my image variable. I'll set that equal to invoke my scale function. I want to scale my image. The size is going to be, I don't know, 0.05. This is the size of my meat. Okay, I think that size of the factor is going to be good. Alright, and then what else would I need? Let's think. I would need the position for it. So I'll need a x-axis, a y-axis, which is going to be above my player. I honestly forgot the formula for that, so I might just take a look at the reference. Okay, so I go up to my health bar class, right here. Oh, I had to use, okay. This part was correct, but I could like create, okay, I could do it that way, and then I'm going to need take damage method, a heal method, a draw method. The draw method is going to have a HP key variable where I'm going to be using a conditional expression. Then my image class, okay, that's HP key. Okay, for every k in my self.path, if k is less than or equal to current HP, I want to return k. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Alright, so honestly, I could like keep this as well, but I wouldn't need this. I can go with, let's see. Self.hp path at index of key is going to be equal to invoke my scale function self.hp path at index of key. Okay, this basically scales it. The factor is going to be 10 by default. And then let me go ahead and add a few methods. So I'll define a take underscore damage method. My take damage method will have a parameter of amount to it. This is going to be the amount of damage my player takes. Okay, and then I'll drink some coffee. Okay, let's see. So take damage. Let me go with my self.max HP. Okay, instance variable, I'll set that equal to max, which is going to be 0. My player's health can go below 0. And then I'll go with, let's see, self.current HP minus my amount. Okay, whatever amount it is, it's going to be subtracted by my current HP, and it can go below 0. That's basically it. Let me go ahead and define a heal method as well, because my health bar will be healing, and my heal method will have a amount parameter as well. Let me go with a self.max underscore HP. I'll set that equal to min. My max HP can't go more than 100. 100 is the max HP, and then self.current HP will increase by my amount when I heal. Then let me go ahead and define a draw method. Okay, my draw method will have a parameter of surface, which is going to be set to screen by default. And then I'll create a HP underscore key variable, so that equal to my max function, and then I'll add a conditional expression. So for every key in my self.hp path in my dictionary of HPs, or if statement if my k is less than or equal to my current HP, self.current HP, okay, I will return k. I'm still getting used to this thing, but this is how it works. And then I'll create an image variable. My image variable is going to be equal to, let's see, my self.hp path at index of my HP key. Okay, now I'll have to add the positions for it. Okay, I forgot what did I need for positions. Let me check the reference. Okay, I then add a hero underscore rect quark, which is going to be set to none. Okay. Let me go ahead and add a, let's see, hero underscore rect. My hero's rect keyword argument, I'll set that equal to none. And then let's see, no, I already forgot what I saw. I'm pretty sure I remember what I need. I think a coffee is going to jog my memory. Okay, I need x-axis, so I'll set the x-axis to be equal to my hero dot rect dot x-axis. Was that correct? Let me check the reference again. Okay, so my hero, I can't use my hero object. I have to go with my game object dot hero object. Okay, that was kind of silly. That minus my image dot get underscore width. I'll get the width of my image divided by 2. Okay. And then I'll go on, I'll create a y-axis variable, so that equal to my game.hero.rect dot, is this going to be top? Pretty sure it's going to be top. Minus my image.get underscore height. I'll minus that by -80. And guys, the -80 is just for visuals. We could always change this. Like, for example, positive 100, my hero is going to be here, my health bar will be there. -80, my health bar is going to be above my hero. That is with trial and error. And then I'll go with a surface.blit. Surface.blit. I want to blit my image, and the position is going to be my x comma y. Excuse me guys, the dest is going to be my x comma y. Okay. And then what else would I need? For now, let me just have my health bar class. I'll add my buff bar class as well, but I'll add that in a bit. Let me check if health bar class works. I would need an object for my health bar, so I'll go with self.health underscore bar. I'll set that equal to my health bar class. Okay, which is going to be having a parameter of max HP, which is set to 100 by default, so I wouldn't have to add that. And then I change something in my collision variable. When my collision detection for hero and NPC, once they collide, I print boom, you collided with an enemy, and I'll go with health bar, my self.health bar. So self.health bar object. My bad, guys. My game object dot my health bar object dot take underscore damage method, which is going to be set to 20. Okay. And then let me go ahead and draw my health bar under my graphics. I'll go with my game object dot my health bar object dot the draw method. The surface will be screen by default. Okay. I would have to add my hero underscore rect. So game dot hero dot rect. Okay, the surface is going to be my screen. I'll just clarify that. Actually, I'll go with hero equals to game.hero.rect. Did that make sense? Because was it called hero up here by health bar? Take damage has a hero underscore rect equals none, so I'll go with hero underscore rect. Hero underscore rect. There we go. Now if I run the command. Why is my health bar there? Hold up, guys. Did I mess up somewhere? Okay. Maybe I take a look at the reference real quick. This part's correct. Oh, that was supposed to be center X. Okay, that's still for just visuals. That aside, I could do that. Let me actually change that. This is going to be center X. All the way up to my hero class. Instead of X-axis, I'll change that to center X. Now from the command. When I collide, I still lose. That could be because, let's see. Because of my this statement. And game over. Actually, no. Okay, if they collide, I do that. And then I remove that. Okay. Alright, so I gotta add the health bar logic here right now. The health bar dot take damage 20. Let's see. If I run the command. Okay, guys, the ching works. Okay. My health bar doesn't take damage. Am I missing something? Let's see. Let's see all the methods that it had. It had a heal, it had a draw. I drew it. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's something to do here with the collision logic. Let me actually check the reference. Okay, so under my collision logic, right here, okay, there we go. Oh, I need a damage variable, but that is for my buff bar. Currently, I'm working on my health bar. Okay, so this statement. If game.healthbar.current HP is less than or equal to 0, game lost. Okay, let me go with an if statement. If game.healthbar.current HP equals to 0, game underscore over equals to true. Okay, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't change a thing. That aside, why doesn't it not change this thing? Are my file paths correct? Game.current HP equals 0. Okay, let's see. Where's my file path? There. Okay, game.take damage, my amount damage, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay. Draw. What if I change to greater than or equal to? If k is greater than or equal to my current HP. Oh, I'm pretty sure that had to be greater to. Doesn't work. Okay, let me take a look at the reference. If I couldn't figure out with the reference this time, I might just also say, guys, maybe go all the way up here. Okay, that is less than screen.blit. Okay, brain damage. If game.healthbar.current HP is less than or equal to 0. Okay, I guess let's ask Sensei. Let me go with the Control A, Control C. Get Sensei here. Paste it. Add a bunch of space Sensei. The let's see. The health bar logic seems to be messed up question mark because I feel like I take damage but the health bar doesn't go down. And guys, I honestly might use a restroom real quick and then come and read this. So give me a sec and I'll be right back. Okay, mic testing, mic testing. Alright, perfect. Let me go to my gameplay screen. Alright, I'm back. Let me check if my stream's going good on Kick, perfect, Twitch, lastly on YouTube. Alright, perfect. Okay, let's read. Vivek, good instincts. Your code is swinging strong, but I spotted the bug hiding in your health bar logic like a rat in the walls. Look here, soldier, your health bar class. You wrote this. Take damage. Okay, take damage amount subtract. That's a mistake. You're subtracting from current HP but saving it into self.max HP. Okay. Your bar never actually updates self.current HP, so the draw method is always stuck. Thinking you're at full strength, the fix self.current HP. Oh, okay, it should be current HP. Okay, second issue. Your draw method's logic is a little twisted. You're doing k for every k in sub.path, okay, that tries to find the largest key greater than or equal to current HP, which means HP is, okay, say 35, it will grab 40, not 20. That's why your bar looks wrong. Oh, I see. Okay. Instead, you want to go with lower. Alright, so let me get Sensei there. I think I see where I messed up. Okay, this should be lower. This should be current HP instead of max HP, so I'll go with current HP. There, let me change that to current HP. There. Now if I run the command, let me check, fix my this logic, okay. There we go. Guys, I'm by the way the voice actor of it. Let's see what happens if I lose. Okay. My skeleton should go a little lower. Why does it play a lot? Can I go with like play once? sfx.play once. Okay. Let's go with like play once. Once, maybe go out here, delete that. Okay, let's see if they collide. Okay, let's see. Does it play once? Wait, does it play twice? Guys, is it just me or is that thing a little messed up? Guys, that looks a little messed up. Why does it like... Okay, let's go with collision sound effect. I'll play it like one time. Okay, that goes once. Wait. Why does it play twice? Okay, let's go with the control A, control C. Let me get Sensei here. Paste it at a bunch of space, Sensei. Sensei, is something wrong with my SFX question mark? I want it to just play once. It plays on loop. Question mark. The coin collision works perfectly, although the let's see. This is going to be SFX. That's going to be just the coin collision works perfectly, although the player and NPC collision, let's see, plays the collision SFX twice, and when let me change that to SFX. Okay, twice, and when the game ends, it spam plays it. ... Okay, let's see. Good, you're seeing the chaos Vivek. Now listen, your sound effects aren't broken, they're misbehaving because you're summoning them every frame. Okay, the condition is true. Okay, let me break it down. Let me break down the enemy collision and win logic like a war report. Enemy collision, colliding SFX. Right now you wrote if game dot... Okay, if game dot skeleton underscore collision or game dot dragon underscore collision. Okay, problem, that block runs every single frame while you're colliding. That's 60 times per frame at 60 FPS. Keep stacking play calls like spam. Fix, only play once when the collision starts, not while it continues. That's why I made you track collision flag earlier, but you're ignoring it here. Okay, so enter my collision flag. Game over. Right now you do this. Same mistake. That section is the game loop, so every frame it calls. Fix it so it only plays when the game state changes. Okay. Screen.blitz. If not, has star. Has ATTR. I honestly never heard of that. What does that mean? Let me actually lubricate my lips real quick. Okay. Extra, your play one. That play one is wrong for what you want. Play once. Default. Play loop 0 plays once. Okay. Dot play loops -1 loops forever. Play one actually plays twice. One extra repeat. Okay, to summarize, drop dot play one. I see. Let's see. Let's see if I can like patch it. So basically, this thing. Let me copy that. Okay, I'll paste it here. Okay. And then I wouldn't need this. Let's delete the extras. Maybe cover this with a parentheses, copy that, delete that from there once my player takes damage. Now if I run the command. What is it? Guys, did I like actually record that twice? I gotta like check my sound real quick. I don't know. Case. Oh, this plays it twice. Let me remove that. Let's see. There we go. That plays it once. That was the problem. Okay, I knew it. I couldn't make that silly mistake, guys. That was a joke. Okay. Next up, let's see. For my game win logic, let me actually ask Sensei what does the has STTR mean. Let me get Sensei here. Okay, let me copy this part. Actually, yeah, copy that part. And say, Sensei, I honestly never heard of the has TTR function question mark, or is it a keyword question mark? Add a bunch of spaces, paste that. Okay, let's see. Huh, you just uncovered another secret weapon in Python's arsenal. And you didn't even know it existed. That's why Sensei is here. Has ATTR, is that has attribute? Object attribute name is not a keyword, it's a built-in function. It simply checks, does this object have this attribute already? Think of it like asking your game object, hey, do you already carry the sword 1_sword_ played? If yes, game returns true. If no, returns false. So my trick was, if not has attribute game one sound play, okay, game _1_ sound effect dot play okay, means first game you win 1_ sound effect doesn't exist. Play sound creates flag, no more repeats. Huh. Okay. Without has attribute, you need to predefine all these flags in your game.init. Then check them in the loop, but has attribute lets you be lazy. No need to define it. Okay, up front. Oh, I see. Okay, let's create that. Let's do that. Before that, let me drink some water. Really thirsty, guys. Okay, so let's see. If not has attribute. Let me actually go a bit higher. Okay, let's check. Okay, if not has attribute. Honestly, guys, give me like 1 second. I'll be right back.